you. Yep, I may need it.
Oh, well, tech support, Pam is both too. Oh, and tennis, Kathy. I didn't realize you could do both. I thought.
Secretary Treasurer.
Okay.
I know how to turn it on. 1, 2, there we go. Okay.
We're all awake.
I have been given authorization to start the meeting, so we're going to call it to order. We're going to start with the pledge.
Yeah, I forgot we have to stand up.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God.
I always want to say amen at the end.
Trying to be a good girl.
I get me.
Because I do that. Like one nation under God.
Okay, once again, thank you all for coming. I'll try not to yell at you the rest of the night. I served as a guest judge for the Rib Fest that was just prior to this. And the ribs were excellent. If I go into a coma during the show, just Steve will take over. They're going to try to make it an annual event, so look forward to it next year, but the ribs were great. Okay, going on. Can we do the roll of officers?
President Steve Beatty. Are you here?
Oh, here, yes, sorry.
You're in a coma already?
I got lost in the booth, sorry.
Okay.
He's thinking about barbecue.
Keith, are you recording? Okay. Vice President Steve Sykes. Here. Secretary Pam Beatty here. Treasurer Amy Wills. Here. All officers are present and accounted for.
Okay, thank you. Roll call of the committee chairs.
Bingo. Here. Computer Club.
Here.
Country Breakfast.
Here.
Dance.
Here.
Decorating. Diversions.
Here.
Genealogy.
Here.
Glass Shop.
Here.
Library. Model Yacht Club. Monday Coffee.
Here.
Petanque.
Here.
Potluck.
Here.
Shuffleboard. Special events. Special meals. Table games.
Here.
Tanglewood Dog. Tech support. Tennis. Trips and travel. TWR Times. Welcome committee.
Here.
Wood shop.
Here.
All present. We have a quorum.
Okay, before we start the meeting, Gary Braun.
Thanks, Steve. In light of what just happened, I want to take a moment of silence to honor one of our board members that passed away this weekend, Mary Cousins with the library. So just take a moment of silence.
Okay, thank you all. Along that line, there will be a celebration of life for Mary this Friday here in the clubhouse from 1 to 4. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, it has been changed. It is here, 1 to 4. We've done the checks,
Excuse me.
but I've been wrong before.
I have a sympathy card passed around for all the directors to sign that we'll give to Wayne. So when it's finished with that, then just at the end, just bring it back up here.
Going.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Secretary's report.
Everyone's been getting the reports in. Great. You have to the end of this month to do April. And really, that's it. You guys are doing good. Oh, I have a new list, which is still going to change. Chairs, vice chair, with their email and phone numbers on the other side, or your secretary and treasurers. phone numbers and emails. Make sure those are correct. If they're not, then please send me an email with the correction on there. And notice on the glass shop, Andra Siebert is now going to be Andrea Siebert. I have already made that change for her. So if the names are not spelled correctly, please let me know on that too, so we want to get it right. But anyway, everyone should have a copy of that. That's all.
Pam, my
Yes.
number is wrong on one side and correct on the other side.
Okay. Nola, you are,
Under special events,
right?
you got 4013, it should be 0013. And it's correct on the other side for vice chair of special meals.
Okay. They just told me the 013 was right. So we'll,
Which one is correct, Nola?
00.
0013.
Okay.
All of you can correct that on your sheet if you like. 0013. Pamela, is that it?
Yes, that's all.
Treasury report. All of you got the report from Amy? Get a motion to.
I move to accept.
I move to accept. Pat Phillips.
All in favor of accepting the treasury report as sent?
Aye.
Any opposed? Good job, Amy. President report. Back to me. Well, you know there's going to proposed a vote today I put up last month. That'll be a new business. Been a lot of discussion this month, which I think is a good thing. Yeah, most of it's been good. But that'll be taken care of under new business. Other than that, I think it's been a... Okay, I'm being pointed at.
You were going to talk about the 3 things that need to be adjusted. Sorry. The assistant treasurer, are you to those?
Okay, hang on.
Looking for the assistant? Yeah, those.
We are actively looking. I need you to actively look and check your committees, check the people you know, for somebody who is qualified and willing to become a assistant or an aide to the treasurer. Amy will not be carrying on next year as treasurer. We don't need to wait to January to find somebody that'll take in. What we would like to happen is somebody who is willing and qualified to come in and assist Amy and learn how this all goes prior to our turnover of next year. As you know, my term will be ending also. There's a term limit on president. Just things you need to think about the transition and the carrying on of our business. But be searching and actively looking for an assistant to Amy now that can replace her for next year. Assistant treasurer is a position that is allowed, that we don't have. Many people have told me, well, we need to have another assistant or an assistant treasurer to help her out. I said, great. Apparently they were not paying attention when I was trying to find a treasurer, and Amy volunteered last year. So anyway, I need your help. Start thinking now, and they don't have to wait till the end of the year to start really stepping in now, being her assistant till the end of the year, so they know how businesses run and how things are going. Would be a much easier transition next year. Okay, you have anything to say, Steve? Yes, the blue. Yeah, it's in blue. Steve Zapato is probably more new business, but we'll take care of it now. Steve Zapato was on the executive committee. He has resigned as chairman, and so is now no longer eligible for being on the executive committee. Gary Braun has agreed to step into that executive committee position, and unless there is an objection to that, he will take over that position for the executive committee. And just a reminder, executive committee takes care of business when TMAC cannot meet, whether it's in the summer or between meetings, something that needs taken care of. We have a committee that can make those decisions. So are there any objections to Gary stepping into that? I'm sorry. Are you full-time, Gary?
Definition of full-time is what? So we've talked about that. Full-time is, I'm a Florida resident. Yes, I do travel in the summer months and will be gone part of the summer months.
So the only real bylaw limitation is they be listed as full-time. Officially, he is full-time. In this age of computers, any of us that can't do a Zoom meeting, there's a problem. So anyway, are there any objections to Gary Braun stepping in that position? No objections being noted. That will take place. He will take Steve Zapato's position. Yes, sir. Well, I'm looking at it now, baby. So pushy up here. Okay, two of our board members have been assigned to and accepted the position for looking at our bylaws and rules changes in regards to the voting, how we conduct the votes and different things. Steve and Gary and Pat Phillips have been working on that. Pam Beatty has also been in on that. She has helped with the last two elections. And I would like to move that Pat Phillips, Gary Braun, Pam Beatty will be officially recognized. They've been doing the job, but I'd like to have them officially. You're automatically on it. Yeah. So the four of them would officially make up that committee that's doing the bylaws and rules changes for that election. Again, are there any objections to that appointment? Great. No objection being heard. That motion is passed. Any updates on the Monday coffee or anything you want?
This is a quick discussion about the hosts of the Monday morning coffee. It's gone very well so far. Certain people have stepped up, and Shirley, for one, has taken like 4 or 5 now. Nola took 2 and everything like that. We do have some vacancies coming up in May and June. We have 2 people currently signed up for each of those months, and then after that, we'll just work on it a little at a time. So it's been going very good. If you're interested, please let me know so I can get your name on the list. I have a list. I work in conjunction with Polly so that she can get her sponsor, we can get the host. During the summertime, my guess is going to be it's going to be the same person doing both.
Okay, moving on, we're going to go to the committee reports. Remember, everybody pick up a microphone, talk into it. Would you like to start, Gary?
Sure. The only thing I'm going to report today is we sent in a report, so you can read it in the list. So I'm not going to bother with that, but John is back home. He had a quadruple bypass. He's doing very well and should be back in this seat for the next meeting. So I will pass the microphone.
Bingo's doing great. We did elect a new vice chair, Janet Peterson, and I sent that to you and had a meeting.
Nola Bernstein, special events. We had our last show 2 weeks ago. It was the Beach Boys. Went over very, very well. Our next show won't be till November, and that will be Woodstock. We're asking everybody to dress up like y'all went to Woodstock. We'll see y'all in November.
Dara Nesbitt, the special meals, we have nothing to report. We'll resume in November.
Gail and Willie for decorating committee. We decorated the stage for the beanbag baseball tournament, and we also made arrangements for the potluck.
Kathy Wyatt with tennis. We're still playing Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 right now, and probably starting in May, we'll probably go earlier because of the temperature. So if anybody wants to play, we'll be out there.
Jeff Nauman with Potluck. April Potluck was last night. On April 14th, we had a very good attendance for this time of the year with around 70 to 75 people attending. Plenty of food to go around, 50-50 of $160 with $80 going to the winner. Again, we had several donated door prizes along with the ones that Potluck provides. Interior decorating did an amazing job with decorating our tables with an Easter theme. Next committee meeting will be February 1st at 11 a.m. in the Tanglewood Suite for anyone that would like to attend. This will be the last monthly meeting until fall. Shirley Cabot is going to run with Potluck throughout the summer, depending on how many people we have sign up.
Mary Hohensee for Trips and Travel. We finished our last trip of the season on the 1st of April, the Jungle Queen Dinner Cruise in Fort Lauderdale. We'll be pausing ticket sales for the summer months with the last day purchase tickets for our next season being Monday, April 27th, prior to this fall.
Jennifer Burst for the Welcome Committee. We're currently working on our welcome packets. We've asked for committees to provide us a summary or a flyer for the booklets. We're also asking for state party flyers if anybody would like to contribute that. We're going to start holding a meet and greet quarterly up here in the clubhouse where we can welcome residents rather than visiting at home. We're going to give them the choice of an in-home visit or coming up here. And our first one of those is May 22nd at 12:30. We're also looking at some fundraising ideas. We bought some File for Life cards that we're going to start selling at Monday Morning Coffee. So see if we can get a little bit of interest in those. We will also potentially use those as a gift for welcoming people. Thank you.
Pat Parks with Shuffleboard. All of our tournaments have been completed for this season. We do play all summer long. Hours at present are Monday through Friday, beginning at 10 in the morning. Usually when the temperature goes up, the first Monday of May, we change the time and begin at 8:30 in the morning. And we play 2 games. We finish about 10:45 before it gets really, really miserable. Thank you.
Shirley Cabot for the TWR Times. Well, that medallion has not been found yet. The clues just keep getting more and more specific. Somebody's going to find it soon. Other than that, we just came out of the end of season potluck that we had in the community room. We are all stuffed. We may cease the meetings for a couple months, but we will never ever stop writing. So there's new stuff in the TWR Times every day. Please continue to send your information to us so we can get it out to the other people. Thanks.
Robin, you want to take over?
Robin Meyer, Dance Committee. Our March fundraiser was a success. We got a lot of good feedback from that. Our April dance will have a hoedown theme. It's the 25th, and so far we have sold no tickets.
Pat Phillips for Diversions. We finished our regular season of events. Golf cart poker went extremely well, and as did blind draw. There'll probably be a Tangled Trivia event sometime over the summer, but right now that's all that's planned. So Bob LaRock is on vacation because he runs everything.
Wendell Crouch for the library. The report was submitted. Obviously, with the situation with Mary's passing, we will need to fill a position. I will be becoming chairman. We will have a special library meeting on the 23rd of this month in order to select the vice chairman.
It's going to be Gary Braun with Petanque. Last tournament we had was April 4th with 48 players. And our next tournament will be May 1st. And then after May 1st, we will switch our schedule to the summer schedule, which means that we will not be playing in the afternoon, but we'll be playing every morning, Monday through Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Through the summer months, we used to have tournaments. We've suspended them last year. We'll suspend them again this summer. We'll start up our tournaments in the fall again.
Polly Grant with Monday Morning Coffee. We have now reduced our donut order to 16 dozen as attendance decreases. I'll probably be reducing that again this week because I had 4 dozen left over last week. But the bingo people made short work of them. I was on vacation from March 12th to the 31st. In my absence, I am grateful for my co-chair, Irene Sykes, to fill in, as well as Steve Sykes and all the rest of my committee. While I was away, I thank them all very much. It was very cold up in Pennsylvania, and I was glad to get back to the warmer weather. Please be aware that as of February 2027, I am stepping down as chair, and I will continue to arrange for sponsors if the chair does not want to want that responsibility. Thank you.
Barbara Boxer, Table Games. As you know, Table Games runs throughout the entire summer. We run all year long. Attendance is dwindling, obviously, with the snowbirds leaving, but we're still all going strong. Bunko is doing really well, as it has been from the beginning. So that's been working out really, really good. One thing that I've just gotten my attention brought to is the fact that Euchre and the activity building, they're running out of tables. In season, they barely can accommodate all that plays. So I don't know what we can do about that. Do we have to buy them? I mean, who? The hometown?
Yeah, we can look into that, but till now I was unaware of it. So
I was too until it was just
making the problem aware to people will work a long way toward the solution.
Okay.
We'll get it.
So that's it.
Andrea Siebert, Glass Art Shop. We had our last meeting of the year on Tuesday, the March 24th, and at that meeting, Steve Beatty did come and present the new TMAC vision, and he also fielded questions from our membership. A beginner's fused glass class started April 1st and will conclude next week. We had 2 stained glass workshops in the past week, and the members created various items to be donated to the Fall Craft and Hobby Fair. We have reserved 2 tables to present our sale items, and also the glass shop will be hosting the kitchen. Refreshments for sale for the Hobby Fair will be determined and discussed at our first meeting in the fall. Our new fundraiser offering aprons and tote bags to our members is still going well. We are going to facilitate the Monday morning coffee on June 1st, and our monthly meetings will resume on Tuesday, October 27th.
Mary Ann Jones for the Genealogy Club. We met on April 1st at 1997 Shawgrass Trail for our business meeting, and then we went next door to David and Kathy Gatton's house to view their beautiful antique furnishings. We have concluded for the season, and our next meeting will be November 4th. Thank you.
Jeff Lorian, Computer Club. We met last Friday, and like most of my meetings lately, the topic seems to be scams that are targeting seniors. That's what we talked about, and I hate to say it, but it seems to be going up every month. It gets worse and worse. And right now I'd like to say 2 things. If you're still on Windows 10, shame, shame, shame on you. Get to Windows 11 because you're not supported, you're unsecure, everything you're doing, you're just you're making yourself a target. So please get off Windows 10. The other thing is, if you have a flashlight app, not the one that came with your phone, but if you went out to an app store and got a flashlight app, 85 to 95% of those are malware. They're just there to collect. So get those things off your phone, please. If you want to know if what you're looking at is an app or if it came with your phone, I'm here Monday morning coffee. Come by. I'll help show you how to do that, okay? Other than that, please be safe with your computers.
Model Yacht Club has finished for the season. Our last meeting was March 23rd. It was our awards ceremony. And we awarded first, second, third place to the 4 different fleets. And we are in recess until October.
Hi, Sandra with the Tanglewood Dog Club. I was in Hawaii at my daughter's wedding, so I missed the last meeting on Friday. We had a speaker from the dog club in Avon Park, Colleen. I'm told that she was very informative, and all the members that were there thoroughly enjoyed her talk, and they want to invite her back for a couple of more times. We're trying to get with Angie to find out if we can have her come in and give lessons with the dogs, but we have to have permission to bring the dogs in. She'll only do like 6 dogs at a time, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do it there. We have our last meeting will be May the 8th, and then we're not going to have another meeting until November the 13th. That doesn't mean you get to skip out on our Halloween costume contest in October. I still expect everyone who has a dog to be there. You need to be dressed like your dog. Your dog needs to be shining. We need to have your dogs there. Thank you very much.
Oh, shiny dogs. Steve Sykes from Country Breakfast. We submitted a written report. We are going to have a breakfast this coming Saturday and one more in May. And then the committee has decided we're shutting down for the summer, June, July, and August.
And Steve Beatty with the Wood Shop, we did submit a report, but since that time, we had a presentation in the shop at our regular meeting on Tuesday. Many of you will probably remember Joe Frowitter, who passed away as president or as chairman of the Wood Shop a few years ago. His wife Pam is selling and moving out of the park. Joe was kind of famous for he made wooden rocking horses for his grandkids. He made a couple for the wood shop we raffled off and sold tickets for to raise money for the shop. Apparently, at some point in time, Joe made 2 left halves of a rocking horse. One of those left halves was remained in Pam's lanai. She donated it back to the shop. We have one of our members finished it off and made it pretty, and we hung it up over the entry door to the shop, put a plaque under commemorating Joe. And Pam was at the meeting on Tuesday, and we dedicated it to her. But she is leaving the park. If anybody know her, you wish her well. Okay, that concludes the reports. Moving on to old business. Pam, you want to start off with your Coke machine?
Is it still out there? I've been having communication with the people from Florida Fresh and the Coke machine. They informed us at one point that they were going to be coming in and removing the Coke machine because we were not giving them enough business. Only $200 over the full year. And I felt like because we'd been researching to see if we had a contract with them where we should be getting money, that might have been why they were wanting to pull out in case we found something. I talked with Angie, and she said anybody who wants to take anything out of this park needs to show proof of ownership. Needless to say, on Tuesday, no one showed up to pick up the Coke machine. We still have it. We're checking on maybe getting another vendor to be furnishing Coke and some other things. We want to keep the Coke machine, so we'll still be working on that, and unless it disappears in the middle of the night, it's still out there. And you do get a discount if you put cash or coin in. I paid $1.75 and I got 2 cans of Coke, so it's better than using the credit card. Anyway, it's still out there. If you have some ideas of things you want, sports drinks, that's something else they can offer. I know it's summertime and there's not as many people out here, but we're going to try to keep it here on the veranda. That's all.
Thank you. Last month, John Lemick made a motion to accept the 2% proposal, and we tabled that till this month. Gary?
So, wow, that's loud. As there's been many suggestions, comments, and proposals unofficially aired by the membership throughout the last month on how to fund the ongoing operation of this organization, it's clear that all those ideas need to be put in one place and then evaluated correctly. So I move to place the motion that John made on March 18th into a newly formed or to be formed funding committee consisting of the Finance Committee, the Treasurer, and 2 board members that are not otherwise involved in the executive committees. The responsibility of the funding committee is to evaluate all the current suggestions, including the President's proposal, and any other suggestions that may be provided to the committee. The committee will specifically be available to listen to any board member wishing to provide alternate solutions, express opinions, complain. The committee will select the best course of action and prepare a motion for consideration by this board that includes the funding methods proposed and how they would be carried out. A document containing proposals for changes to the rules to allow the new funding methods will also be provided for consideration. I am so sorry. It will then be up to the board to accept or reject the committee's proposals. After the committee presents its deliverables, it will disband. If the funding committee has not completed its deliverables by the next regular meeting of this board, it will at least report on its progress. That's my motion.
Okay, for any who did not quite catch that, the motion that John made last month, as Gary as his representative, has amended that motion to form a committee to look into all the proposals and all the options. Those will include anywhere from that 2% that we proposed last month to changing the way we do financing to all the options, and bring that in a written form back to this committee, hopefully next month, so that gives everybody times to talk to this committee, give them your opinions, and so the full decision will be decided at a later meeting. Okay, the motion's been made. Is there a second? Jeff, second? Okay, all in favor? And you see? Okay, go ahead.
Can we have some discussion? Yeah.
You said that it would be reviewed by members of this committee. How about somebody who is not a chairman, who has financial expertise, who is willing to help? Would you consider her?
Sure.
Okay, I'll give you her name later. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry. Yeah. The committee will be open to discussions and interactions with anybody who has an opinion or a suggestion or can provide help. It's certainly not going to be a closed group. They're going to be looking for help.
Thank you.
But I did include 2 non-executive committee directors, 2 chairmen who are not part of the executive structure, so that there's some outside interest in that committee.
See, I was just, we have a finance committee, which I happen to chair. I know Gary's on it, and so is Amy. Do we need a second finance group to do this, or can we all do it in the finance committee? I guess would be the question I'm raising.
I think his motion included the finance committee plus 2 other officers that aren't at this table.
Yeah, the idea was to broaden it a little bit so that there was some interaction with other chairmen, other members of the board. Besides the nature of the finance committee is just a little bit closed. I think opening it up was important. That's why I phrased it the way I did.
She asked about people in the community. They would not be on the committee. Their opinions are still valued by the committee. If they have ideas or suggestions, the committee will listen to their input. Any other discussion?
Is there a timeline of any kind? Because let's face it, committees can run on forever if you don't set some expectation.
So the intent was to have this done by the following meeting.
By the following meeting?
But if the last sentence says, if the funding committee has not completed its deliverables by then it's going to have to report on its progress, hold its hat in its hand and be ashamed that they didn't make it, and then provide some insight as to when they will get to the end.
So the goal is by the May meeting. Anything else? I'll call for just a general vote. And you're voting to develop this committee, authorizing them to bring back a report to this committee for your consideration.
Aren't we voting on amending the previous motion?
No, this is an amendment. This is a motion to move.
Yeah,
I have an amendment replacement motion ready. Okay. But that's so awkward. A simple motion to move to committee seems like a more straightforward approach. So that's the one I read.
But can we do that with an active motion on the floor?
That's the way you do a move to committee, is with an active motion.
As far as this meeting is concerned, he's John Lemick. He's in that position.
All in favor?
Okay. Discussion? Anybody? Okay. Motion to develop this committee. That's all you're voting on. You're not voting to change anything here. You're voting to authorize this committee to recommend what needs to go forward. All in favor of developing this committee? Aye. All opposed? Okay. That committee will be named. We need to go ahead and pick 2 more to be on this committee. Okay.
I think they should be decided on today so that we can vote on it so that you know who the committee is.
Okay, anybody here, and I'm kind of looking at you're all involved. Some are more deeply involved than others. 2 people that would like to be involved in this decision process: Jeff Lorian, Wendell Crouch. I saw a hand moved. Volunteer you, or you're volunteering, Roxy? Jeff Noman. Okay, so there's 3 extra on with you. Is that all right? You want 3? Okay. Okay, that committee will be formed. They will do their thing this month and get us recommendations. Okay, any other old business? Okay, no other old business? Any new business?
Steve, is this where you want me to give my report?
Sure.
So the Finance Committee has met with all the committee chairs and treasurers, and I want to thank you for your input and helping us develop those budgets. So one of the things that I need to go ahead, Pam, if you want to pass those out. So one of the things that we need to do is the board needs to approve the budgets of the committees. And we've never done it officially like this before, but this is a procedure that we really should be taking place. So what Pam is passing out is a sheet that shows the beginning balance of each of the committees, the projected income and expenses for the year, and what the ending balance will be. With that in mind, I also sent out earlier today to the chairs the copies of the work documents, the signature documents that we did during the meetings back in March. So look for those in an email. If you do not see that, some of you are new, so probably the first time I sent you an email, and with attachments, sometimes that goes into your spam filter. So if you did not receive the email from me this afternoon, check your spam folder, and it should be in there, as well as a document that was just passed out. That was also in that document, or in that email. So it shows all those budgets, as I mentioned, and I'm not going to go through the numbers here. We typically do not go through numbers when we have a recorded meeting. But I did also put some footnotes on there, if you will, at the bottom and on the side as well, which gives you some ideas, because I've heard numbers floating around as to what the 2% proposal was going to cost, the units, et cetera. So I did a little math out there and showing 0.5% all the way up to 2%, what that would entail. But that's on hold. It's basically, we're going to have this committee group and report back next meeting. So with that, we'll need a motion. I guess I'll move to accept these budgets for the 26-27 year, which began February 1st and will end on January 31st of 2027.
Second.
All in favor of accepting this budget for TMAC for this year? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, any other new business? Hey, anybody in the public? It's you guys. Any of you would like to speak, you can come up to the mic on pretty much any issue. You want to speak again?
Pointing to me?
Yeah, you that grab the mic.
Well, mic then. I just have a question on the vote for, you're going to be voting, and if it passes next month, since a lot of us chairs are going to be gone for the summer, are we going to get a report? I know we'll have to have someone in to stand in for us, but are we going to get a copy of the report also so we know what everybody's voting on?
Short answer is yes. I will leave it to each committee and each committee chairman to make sure that whoever is representing you at next month's meeting, if you're gone, if you're not here, make sure that, because reports are electronically are going to come to the chairman, correct? That's whose email we got. So if somebody's representing you, that's not you, make sure they have your information. Make sure they know how your committee wants to handle things. But these reports will all go to chairman, and it is up to you to distribute them to other. Gary?
And the goal is not that this is a last-minute report. You're not going to see it 2 days before the meeting and then be forced to vote on it. The idea is to get this in your hands with plenty of time to respond with questions or concerns before it finally comes to a vote. So you will see correspondence from this committee throughout the month as they progress to something that looks like a final motion. I mean, being behind the closet and then coming out with the magic piece of paper is not what we're going to try to do here. We're going to try to take it step by step. Everybody sees what's going on. Everybody understands why the decisions were made the way they are made. Very open. Does that help?
So,
Nola?
So it's going to be your responsibility to make sure you're on the email list and you're getting the emails from either they come out from Gary or they'll come out from Pam. And it is your responsibility to disseminate that down to whoever is going to be here. With that in mind, next month's meeting, I know a lot of you are going back north. There's still no reason not to have a representative at the meeting. Just fine. If it's not you or your vice, then pick someone. Make sure, let Pam know who's going to be here. Everybody can be represented.
Question. Question here. We have to have a quorum in order to vote to have a recess for the summer. So if we don't have a quorum, then we will have to continue our meetings.
That's a threat.
According to the bylaws.
Yeah, there is no reason we should ever not have a quorum. Even if you can't be here, somebody on your committee needs to be here to represent your committee.
That was pretty much my question. Are we going to have a meeting every month this summer, or are we going to stop the meetings?
Until somebody makes a motion to stop for the summer, we're going to meet every month. If you want to make a motion today to have one in May and then take 3 months off, we can do that.
No.
Typically, we take 3 months off of the summer.
Okay.
But that takes a motion, it takes a vote.
Okay. If you want
Right,
me
we'll
to make the
let you
motion?
know that if
Okay.
a decision's not been made and you've already decided to wait, then that would halt other decisions with this finance.
Well, I really think we should have one in May and one in June.
We'll definitely have one in May. Normally we take off June, July, and August, but that takes a vote. It takes a motion, and you can make a motion today to take June, July, and August off.
I would wait till May and then decide.
That's fine with me.
If we're through with our little talk about
That'd be
the
great.
thing, then we'll wait till May and do it. That satisfies me.
Okay. Everybody all right with Sandra being satisfied? Okay. There is a motion on the floor now to take June, July, and August off, which is typical what we do. It's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, motion's been made to take June, July, and August off. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
How many opposed?
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4.
Motion is passed. We will be taking June, July, and August off. That does not mean anything else is going to stop. This committee is supposed to be hopefully in by May, and you can all vote on it then. So, any other public comments? Tech support to the microphone.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, they're both short.
Thank you. Marie Hittinger. I suggest that you have a public meeting with the Finance Committee inviting all members of Tanglewood to be able to come in as a workshop and discuss possibilities for funding for TMAC. It might give you more ideas and more resources.
Thank you. Any other comments? Next TMAC meeting will be May the 20th. And as noted on here, we do need a quorum, and there's no reason not to have one. Need a motion to close. Motion to close. Got a second?
Second.
All in favor of adjournment? Aye. Thank you.